The Rowdies come into tonight trying to regain their winning form. They've gone 3 straight games without a victory, hoping to turn the tide against Detroit City. It's Tampa Bay against Detroit City, and it's coming up next. Beautiful scene tonight just outside downtown St. Petersburg on a Wednesday. We're cooking up USL Championship soccer. This pregame show brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's injury lawyers, as Tampa Bay hosts Detroit City. So excited you're with us. Welcome inside the booth. Drew Felios alongside my partner Ryan Davis. And Ryan, Rowdies coming off a performance on Saturday night. They would like to forget what was missing on the pitch just 3 nights ago.
Well, we talked a little bit about the travel just before that, the 2 West Coast games where they eked out 2 draws. I think it took a lot of energy out of them. They came out flat in Allang Stadium. They did not hold Loudon to a high regard, and they paid the ultimate price. A 2-0 loss. Now they have to regain that energy and confidence.
Detroit City comes in tonight, a very hungry franchise. They sense, too, the Rowdies are not playing their best soccer. Maxi Rodriguez is certainly a handful.
He is the brain of this organization. Yes, he has 7 goals from midfield, which is incredible. Also 3 assists, but he also manages the flow of the game, and he defends in the middle like no other. He's the one guy they depend on every weekend to get a result.
And for Tampa Bay, there is help on the way. Ryan Spalding has arrived here for his 2nd stint with the Rowdies. He was such an impact player the last time he was here. He's on loan from New England.
But when Ryan Spalding left after just playing half a season with the Rowdies, he was leading this league in assists. Went back to the MLS. Now he's back in a Rowdy uniform. The entire locker room, I can tell you, is excited.
Certainly going to be a spark for Tampa Bay and could be just what the doctor ordered. He is in the 11 here tonight. All right, it's Tampa Bay hosting Detroit City. We've got the kickoff for you tonight. Great to have you with us on the Golazo Network and on Tampa Bay's 44.
At Farah & Farah, we simplify your paperwork and make signing case documents a piece of cake. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy. How long does it take to set up a free consultation with Farah & Farah? About this long. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy.
When you're going through a personal injury, the little things matter. At Farah & Farah, if you can't come out to meet us, we'll come out to meet you. Farah & Farah, here to make it easy. No matter how you've been hurt, in a car accident, on the job, or from a medical mistake, it doesn't matter. Life goes on. How that life goes on is where we come in. Farah & Farah.
A warm Wednesday summer night here in downtown St. Pete. The Rowdies set to go against Detroit City as the pregame show continues. Brought to you by Farah & Farah. So take a look at the matchups and the lineup specifically. First for Detroit City, somewhat of a 3-4-1-2. We told you about Rodriguez, number 21, but also keep an eye on Ben Morris, the number 9, and 17, Brett Levi's, is a handful.
Yeah, Morris is going to step back and play alongside Rutz. And those two are going to link up with Espeleta to try and get the attacking flow in the last third of the field. We look for Levi's to continue up and down that left-hand side, while Sheldon, number 13, stays at home and supports Carroll and Amu Mensah.
Take a look at the Rowdies side, the 3-5-2 in effect here tonight. Ryan Spalding, he means so much to this club. He'll be playing that left, but also keep an eye on number 18, Nate Worth. Yes, the 17-year-old in the starting lineup tonight. And Eddie Manjoma also gets a nod. He came off the bench on Saturday.
Let's start with Worth. Fresh ideas in the middle of the park, and boy, do Rowdies need new ideas there. And Manjoma, Jordan Doherty just was not at his best last week and the week before. Manjoma is the perfect guy to come in, bring that energy, fresh legs, and again, supply new ideas coming up that right-hand side.
So the Rowdies set to go. See Lewis Hilton taking charge. Usually wearing the captain's armband is Aaron Guillen, but Hilton also acts as a leader of this club, especially when things get a little dicey. Coaching matchup brought to you by Farah and Farah. There's Robbie Nielsen. Said, I got to freshen things up just a little bit coming into this match. We'll see how the changes work out in his first season with the Rowdies. On the other side, you know, Danny Dicchio is doing a fine job. 9-7-7 right now, Detroit City. He came in from Sac Republic, and Ryan, he is one of the bright head coaches in this league. Yeah,
you know, Drew, you build a house from the bottom up, and defensively, this Detroit team is well organized. They only concede just about 1 goal per game, which keeps them in games for long periods of time.
Underway from Al Lang Stadium. So excited you're with us tonight on the Golazo Network. Saw the first touch by Manuel Arteaga. The Rowdies' 2 big guns. He, along with Cal Jennings, very quiet on Saturday. Looking to turn that around here tonight. Hilton will reset things, and Aaron Guillen gets his first touch. Left-footed forward now, Ryan Spalding, his first touch. And his second stint is a Rowdy. Send it back. A nice open possession here for Tampa Bay. This is Manjoma looking to take advantage of his role in the 11, and that will race right past Nyongaberi.
I like to see that adventure by Manjoma, though. I like to see that little bit of vigor and Rowdies wanting to go on the front foot. This is what Coach Robbie Nielsen wants to see at home in Al Lang Stadium. They lacked that oomph, Drew, in the first 20 minutes in that first half against Loudoun United.
Just about guaranteed a better effort under the lights tonight. Slide tackle right there by Kleeman. Let's take a look at the injury report brought to you by Orlando Health. Bayfront Hospital for the Rowdies. Our best wishes to Forrest Lasso. And then, yes, keep in mind Nick Moon. He was the guy who scored the goal against Detroit City the last time these two teams played in a 1-1 draw. And the visiting side as healthy as you can be coming into this contest. Jordan Farr will clear it now and start things up for Tampa Bay.
First touch for Spalding. Boy, he's been out of action off the field for an entire month, Drew. That's the last time he got some game time with New England.
Ball is taken away. Look out. This is Reese Williams. Crosses it over. Detroit City trying to get an early shot, and they will have a corner. And while they get set up for that, Ryan, our keys to the match is the Rowdies backpedaling here early.
Well, if you're the Rowdies, I mean, you have to use that natural width and also speed through the middle. Hence the reason Nate Worth is in the lineup. We talk about fresh ideas, fresh legs. And if you're going to be Detroit, continue to be cautious. They've only conceded 2 goals in their last 4 matches, Detroit. So the Rowdies' ideas and speed through the middle. Detroit, continue to be cautious. And that's how they stay in games.
So here is the Canadian, Brett Levice. He is one of the main engines that makes this Detroit City train go. First good opportunity here for LaRouge. The header is on, and it is through. Just past the fingertips of Jordan Farr, and it's Devon Amumensa lighting up the scoreboard here early.
Just what they needed, Detroit, on the road against a Rowdies team trying to prove themselves from the last loss. And they already pegged the Rowdies back. Amumensa gets his first goal of the season. And what a time. This is going to give this Detroit team oodles of confidence.
So not the way the Rowdies wanted to start. Yes, Jordan Farr concedes another. 56 saves on the season for him. And now over a goal a game against for Jordan Farr. So he is looking to get on track as well.
You know, this Rowdies team, they were up against it after that loss against Loud United. Now, these are the moments, Drew, where teams learn about themselves and their identity. They figure out how deep, how far can they dig to dig themselves out of holes. This is that time in the season when the Rowdies learn about their personality.
Aaron Guillen tries to thread the needle. Espeleta came away with it. And now here's Williams. Brett Levi's. Told you about how dynamic number 17 can be, and that was a beautiful corner kick to get things going for the visitors.
Yeah, so an assist today, a goal just about last Friday against Birmingham, on the road as well.
Now marching forward, Morris had it intercepted. And coming up now is Nate Worth. Keep in mind the Rowdies tonight without Blake Bodley. And this Rowdies team without Bodley, certainly a much different team. Player down. Top the 18-yard box there. We'll check in with him, and it looks like it is Guillen getting up slowly. But a Rowdies team without Bodley, Ryan, is certainly a much different approach.
Huge. I mean, Blake Bodley is a tireless runner up and down the left-hand side. And his partner in crime, Aaron Guillen, looks to be in all sorts of trouble here, Drew. And we talk about Aaron Guillen with his physical attributes. What about his captaincy and leadership? Well over 100 caps for this team. And boy, he looks to be in an uncomfortable position. There's Zane Bubb, the former UCF Knight.
So it looks like the Rowdies going to have to make an early substitution here. Bubb going to be called to duty. When Aaron Guillen is down and not getting up, you know it is something serious. He has been about as dependable a player as you could possibly be in the last 5 years of this franchise's existence.
Well, a mini nightmare unfolding for the Rowdies. Down a goal just after the first 3 minutes. Now down their skipper. And Lewis Hilton has just picked up the armband. Talk about fresh legs, fresh ideas. Zane Bubb.
See Nicky Law, Stuart Dobson for the Rowdies right there. And another chance to see a first-year Academy player come onto the pitch. First year as a pro. Welcome to USL Championship, Zane Bubb, here in this midweek matchup.
Physical player. Got a chance to see him play a lot for the UCF Knights. This is very, very sad for the Rowdies and Aaron Guillen.
Let's take a look at Guillen right there. It looks like he just blew a tire.
Yep. There's that wince and goes down as soon as he gets the opportunity. But now Manjoma, a right footer on the left-hand side, just makes things a little too predictable for Detroit when you don't have that natural left footer on the left-hand side.
First touch for Zane Bubb. Misconnects there with Nyongabiri. Nyongabiri tonight has got to be a little bit more in control, Ryan, and not as predictable as well. Got to get a little bit more creative.
Yeah, you know, a lot of teams now show him his right foot and force him down the line. And they try to just corner him onto the, sort of corral him to the sideline. He has to be a little bit more adventurous and take players on coming in on his left.
Airborne this time, and now goes down hard. Amu Mensah, back to the keeper here, Carlos Saldana, the 31-year-old from Mexico, between the pipes for Detroit City here tonight.
And that's been a big inclusion as well. Nate Steinworth, usually their Steinwasher rather. He's usually their permanent fixture in the goal. And now Saldana has got the last 2 starts, this being his 3rd.
Jordan Farr now will settle things. Hey, Select is the official match ball supplier of USL Championship in many elite leagues throughout Europe. Go to the website for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. There's that website, us.select/sport.com. Detroit on the board with a goal. And in the 4th minute, they lead 1-0 over the Rowdies. Drew Felios with Ryan Davis. Tampa Bay, 3 matches without a victory. Trying to get 3 points here tonight at home.
Not only that, Drew, but it's a full 2 matches without a goal. That's 180 minutes without getting the ball in the back of the net. I fear the Rowdies started to become a little too predictable in their gameplay, and they have to become more direct, more adventurous.
Ryan is looking for action tonight on X. Be sure and light him up with some nice, very kind tweets. Spalding, Chrysostamo. Now he'll try and switch the point of attack. There's Nyongaberi, gets a foot on it. And this one will be sent out. The Rowdies got something working.
And you don't mind that ball from Chrysostamo. Try something different. Try to be a bit more direct. And got behind in the defense. Nyongaberi got his foot onto it. But you like the idea, the fresh idea.
Now it's Nyongaberi. Do you think that Detroit City watched some of that tape from that Loudoun match, Ryan, to try and steal some of the strategies that were successful against these Rowdies?
Yeah, but you can't give this man the sort of width that they gave the other wingers the other day. Ryan Spalding will eat players alive.
That's the creative touch Tampa Bay is looking for. Here's Spalding again, getting into it early. Rowdies in the box now. Trying to get across in there. Detroit City able to break it up.
Well, immediately you saw number 7 on the left-hand side, Ryan Spalding. He's trailing Maxi Rodriguez now, making players guess on that right-hand side, Detroit right-hand side. And that's going to create room for players like Arteaga, Jennings, and Nate Wolf in the middle of the park.
Levi Snell will settle things. So this Le Rouge squad out of Detroit City unbeaten in their last 4 matches. And to start the season, out of the gate, they won their first 5 USL Championship contests. They were absolutely smoking.
Unbelievable. They were setting the table for the USL East, Championship East. And now they're in 6th spot. I mean, they still have a great resume this season that's going to allow them to push forward to the latter part of the season to get into the playoffs. But the fact that they're so stingy, Drew, in not conceding goals just keeps them in games for long periods of time.
Arteaga tried to turn. This one's deflected, and now numbers the other way. Rowdies in retreat. Kleeman with the slide. Just outside that center circle. And now the official tonight, Ricardo Montero Ardaya, will have a chat with a few Rowdies.
Well, Zane Bubb is known for his physicality, and he's going to try to leave an impression. This is Morris. And when you run into that tank, he should be equipped with lights and a horn.
I like the look. The mustache, kind of symbolic of the Rowdies crest. What do you think?
I love it. That 70s style, he's all in.
Fits in just perfectly. Now it's Nyongaberi.
Oof.
Numbers forward for Tampa Bay. Lewis Hilton spreads it wide. Rowdies with Jennings. Shot high. But that'll still get the crowd going a bit and some life offensively for Tampa Bay.
You love the forward passing. You love the pace, the adventure. But Cal Jennings hasn't sniffed the goal in over 3 matches now. Just sort of snatched that one. It comes from a counter press. Nyongaberi leading the attack. What about the back heel from Arteaga and Lewis Hilton? And just splice that ball just wide. Didn't get around it like he should.
Another chance coming up. Jennings runs into resistance, and now it's out of bounds. The Rowdies will throw it in. Our replays tonight brought to you by Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital.
Still seeing that lack of form in the Rowdies team at the moment, but when you lose to Loudoun in a game like that on Saturday night, you want to get right back on the field, and boy, do the Rowdies have an opportunity tonight against Detroit to shake off that poor form.
Reese Williams. Switch the point of attack here, and it's James Murphy, the 26-year-old. And now resetting Detroit City. They've been in some crazy environments before. This squad, rabid fan base, North, so excited to be a part of USL Championship soccer.
You know, Detroit, before they came to the USL, two-time champions in NISA, thanks to their incredible coach that they had in the past. And now in USL Championship, they bring all that fanfare with them. The coach I'm talking about, of course, is Trevor James, who stepped down.
Now it's Nate Worth settling things. Rowdies will build from the back with Kleeman. Tampa Bay connecting dots. Jennings. Center circle. Here's Hilton. Wearing that captain's armband. Ryan Spalding. Spalding, 1v1. He'll put it up in the air. This one will head out of bounds. The Rowdies will have their first corner.
Oh, excellent aggression from Ryan Spalding. This is exactly what the Rowdies wanted from him. Not turning his back, just taking players on, being direct. A great defending by Stephen Carroll, the captain of this Detroit City team. Standing up Spalding. Yes, he gave up the corner, but he stopped the service, he stopped the cross.
How about the youngster handling the corner kicking duties tonight? Nate Worth, why not?
Did he ask permission of Lewis Hilton?
We'll put this one in a pretty good spot. Arteaga wasn't expecting it, and now Munjoma and Hilton will attack. Spalding again, so good. And once again deflected. I'll tell you what, Ryan Spalding, when he is coming at you, you're trying to defend him. Good luck.
Yeah, and he wants to go either direction. He's not only stuck in going on to his left. He wants to go to his right as well, and either create with a pass or get a shot off.
Second one on the way from Nate Worth. This one goes back post. Arteaga gets airborne. There's Spalding again. Rowdies making it very difficult to clear. Daniel Espelita. You can relax boldly in Tampa Bay by claiming your next adventure at visitampabay.com. That's visitampabay.com. So many incredible things to do. The Tampa, the St. Pete, Clearwater area. If you're watching up in Detroit, Ryan, this is the place to be.
Yeah, this time of the year could be a little bit warm, and just make sure and walk with the SPF. But lots of stuff happening in the Bay Area. Sun and fun.
Munjoma very carefully. Worth again will switch that point of attack. Here's Zane Bubb. They're just joining us. An early goal by Detroit City. Abu Mensah put it through, and for the Rowdies, Aaron Guillen likely out for the rest of the night. What appeared to be a hamstring. Never want to try and fully diagnose from up here in the booth, but it had every indication of one. Here comes Spalding now. Can't just protect that left. He can go right as well. Spalding trying to fight through. Finally denied. James Murphy. Now attacking. Top of the box. It's Jennings shaking free. Keeper came out of nowhere. Saldana. Was there contact, though? We should have a corner.
The difference tonight is the centre-backs. Munjoma got the ball to Lewis Hilton. Again, another forward pass and another forward pass. Nothing to the sides tonight. Pace through the middle. Creativity through the middle. And Carl Jennings, good stop by Saldana, but you see the intention by the Rowdies tonight. Speed through the middle.
Ralph's mob wanted a shove in the back there. Had every indication of it. Jennings getting loose early on. And so is Spalding. Worth, little chip shot. Rowdies just looking for that finishing touch. Kleeman was the target.
Yeah, excellent defending. It was Matthew Sheldon just putting a body on Kleeman. Zane Bubb as well, getting caught in the crosshairs. Good defending by Detroit City.
So Carlos Saldana, and now Detroit City building from that back. See Nate Worth, number 18, defending. He is all over the place here in the opening minutes. 20th minute, a 1-0 lead. Tell you what, if Nate Worth has proven anything, he is not afraid. He looks like he every bit belongs on the pitch amongst these grown men.
He's been preparing for this show. Came from FC Tulsa, New York Red Bulls. Signed a pro contract when he was 15 years old. He's been waiting for this time to start consistently or get a chance to start in a ground like Al Lang Stadium in the Rowdies system to make a meaningful difference in the USL Championship. But he has that time now.
Kenny Cristosimo. Ball got away from him. The Rowdies will have possession here. He'll throw it in. So it's Spalding to do the honors. Spalding again, drawing attention. Right-footed. And again, this one will go out of bounds. Tampa Bay, another corner.
Well, they keep daring him to go right, and he's obliging Drew. This time gets a shot, wins his third corner kick from coming from that left-hand side for the Rowdies.
Well, eFootball 2024 is here. Live your dream, rep your team. Play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball, free to play. Download right now. Third corner kick early on here off the foot of Nate Worth. And looks like we could have a player that needs to exit the game right now. Potentially a little bit of blood, perhaps. Number 5, Stephen Carroll, the Irishman, will head out and have to replace that jersey.
Yep, one of the toughest guys in this league. And the referee making sure that he's taken care of before the ball comes back into play.
You hear the fans, they want this ball to be put in motion right now. We'll wait for Carroll to come back on. Actually, we'll begin play right now. Carroll will join within the run of play. So here is Nate Worth. A little bit of curl. Oh, just outside that far post. Good idea by Tampa Bay. Again, it was Kleeman in the middle of the action.
Well, the last time they had success from a corner kick was Cal Jennings running to that first post. They like to run that play where two green shirts crash that near post and the in-swinger comes in. This time it was, looks like it was Kleeman who got his head to it. And that's what they want. They need your centre-backs to contribute goals, 1 or 2 a season, take the pressure off of the team.
You can hear Rouse Mob, Skyway Casuals making their presence felt. Letting the visiting side know that the Rowdies are going to be coming. It's one of those matchups tonight, too. We don't have a packed house here, so some of those individual voices you'll hear a little bit louder. Not just Ryan Davis. Nyongaberi, this one loose in the box. And Lewis Hilton gets a head on it. And here's Spalding again. Ooh. Hilton taken out. Oh, that could be a really serious foul. We'll get a yellow dealt, our first batch of discipline here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matthew Sheldon's kick on Lewis Hilton echoed through Tampa Bay. I think he's going to need just a little bit, like a standing 8 count from a boxer. He gets back up, he backs you, he just walloped. And it's from corner roots. So Connor Rutz goes into the referee's book to go along with Zane Bubb for the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
How about the impact early on of Spalding?
Just the aggression and making defenders think, and that allows team players around Spalding to get open because defenders have to think twice.
See the wall? Worth and Spalding on top of this free kick. So the past 20 minutes full of set pieces here for the Rowdies. Looking to cash one in. Worth lofts another one. And we're going to have a whistle. Ooh, wow. Whistle came in a little bit late after contact had been made by Detroit City. Ricardo Montero Araya, again, the head referee.
Yeah, not sure what the call was here. Here's Bubb coming to the back post. And the goal scorer, Mensah. Maybe a shove, but there's so much of that when the ball's in the air. If we're going to call that, we'll have whistles all night.
Jordan Farr gathers it in. Right now, most of this contest being played on the Detroit City half. Grand Central Brewhouse is a two-story brewery, taproom, and beer garden located in the heart of the Grand Central District. The brewery features traditional lagers and ales poured directly from European-style serving tanks, resulting in fresher beer.
Well, just to give people an idea of what the game looks like, Detroit scoring a header in the first 2 minutes of play off of a corner kick. But since then, Rowdies 62% possession to a 38% possession to Detroit. 4 shots to 2 to the home team as well.
Zane Bubb calmly over to Kleeman. See Lewis Hilton directing traffic in that center circle. Ryan Spalding again. Onjoma shuffles it. Gets passed and finally sent on. Kleeman once again tied up. So Lewis Hilton, 2 assists this year. Once again, trying to get it straight down the middle. Tough place to attack as Detroit City has it marked. Oh, look out here. Daniel Espeleta taken down. And that's Zane Bubb wasting no time acquiring his first yellow.
Well, the physicality of Zane Bubb is never going to leave. That's what you want from this defender. But to get a yellow card from a tackle in midfield, sometimes coaches aren't too impressed. And because Zane Bubb is a defender, to have him on the field after only 25 minutes with a yellow card could be problematic.
Oh. Far side now. Flying through, you saw Reese Williams taken away, and now Nyongabiri for the Rowdies. Good distribution here. Chrysostamo. Talked about the Zane Bubb factor. Also keep in mind, Tampa Bay played with 10 men the other night in that loss to Loudoun. So that's definitely something they want to avoid here on this Wednesday night.
Yeah, a lot of energy was expelled in that game in a losing effort. And don't forget, they have Miami coming up just 3 days after this match. So this compact schedule means the players on the bench are going to get meaningful minutes as the Rowdies try to share the wealth over 3 games in 8 days.
Oh, taken down once more. Reese Williams. And after the youngster that time, and that's the third yellow that's been handed out early on in this game. 2 for the visiting side.
Well, this is exactly what they wanted in the middle of the park, for players to second guess and speed coming through the middle. And Nate Worth, as tricky as they come, shifts one way, goes the other, and takes Williams to the pub, and just the stomp right on the laces. And he was just way too far from the ball not to earn a yellow card.
Remember, Nate Worth had that blistering free kick in that big win against Charleston. So he definitely has the strength and the trajectory to put one through. This one, put in an angle. Tampa Bay will corral it. Arteaga tries to send it in there, and Saldana comes up with it.
You know, just talking to the coach over the last couple of weeks, he talks about Nate Worth's dedication to free kicks. He will stay there for an hour after everyone has left and take free kicks outside the 18-yard box. So him scoring against Charleston was a surprise to many, but not the coaching staff and his teammates. He has that attitude, Drew. It goes a long way with that talent.
Hilton gets it to him. Rowdies getting numbers forward. Spalding, this is exactly where you want it. Once again, crosses over, puts one in on the ground. And it's another save by Saldana.
But it all starts with Lewis Hilton's forward pass, breaking lines, and then it gets to Nate Worth, who can then turn and distribute. That first outlet from Lewis Hilton is so important for it to be a little bit more direct. A forward pass, here it is, breaking lines through white shirts. And now he can turn, and now he has a vision of the field. And now Ryan Spalding immediately gets a 1v1. Great job, Lewis Hilton.
Rowdies in full attack mode here. Down a goal. Near the end line, Spalding. Good job by Hilton, heading it forward to Nyangabiri. Speared away, though, and heading out of bounds. Well, the USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms. I'll tell you about that here in just a minute. USL League's One matchup kicks off with September coverage. This ball sent in. Arteaga heads it out. Detroit City able to come up with it.
Maxi Rodriguez completely turned out of trouble, not once but twice, and then the outlet pass.
So Ryan will tell you about that matchup. USL League One matchup in September. The Players Shield holder Union Omaha visits newcomer Spokane Velocity. Their first ever regular season clash, September 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. And thank you, crew, for staying patient with me on that one. Furious action going on. Do not want to miss a beat here as Tampa Bay. You can feel the resistance right now coming. Arteaga, far side.
Oh,
just off the fingertips here of Saldana. Rowdies will have a throw-in.
Love Arteaga's adventure. He hasn't touched the ball much at all in the opening 30 minutes, but he got just a little bit of daylight. And he had one thing in mind, get a shot on goal. And speaking about shots on goal, I mean, the Rowdies are just racking them up as we speak. It is now 5 shots to 2. Here's the brain of the outfit, Maxi Rodriguez, just slowing things down, try and get Detroit some rhythm on this possession, and try to take the sting out of the Rowdies play at the moment. Oof. Oh!
Murphy goes down. Hilton can't believe it. A whistle called once more.
Did James Murphy trip on the turf Lewis Hilton making it very clear. He turns away, and there he goes down like a ghost.
Near side, Brett Levi's. Levi's again, gets by Worth. You can tell Detroit City a goal up. In absolutely no hurry whatsoever. They want to possess, make the Rowdies run, exert as much energy as they possibly can.
Have to say they've weathered a storm. After they got that goal, Rowdies went on the front foot, came at them, still coming at them.
Ryan Spalding trying to put it in the perfect spot. Saw Cal Jennings and tried to hit him on the nose.
Well, Spalding refusing to go right this time, staying on the left foot. And he slipped that ball through the legs of the defender. And that got the ball in a very dangerous area.
So another corner kick for Tampa Bay. And Ryan, I think we talk about Forrest Lasso. We always talk about the Rowdies missing his defensive presence. They really miss him in situations like this. His nose for the ball, his toughness in the box.
His last game with the Rowdies before he sat out, he scored not one but 2 goals until he got that injury. So yes, they missed that presence in the box.
This one is in. Rowdies hit the bullseye, and it's the big man Zane Bubb coming through. Welcome to USL Championship Soccer.
Opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. Long season, injuries. Aaron Guillen goes down. Blake Bodley is given a red card. Zane Bubb gets his opportunity. Great delivery by Worth right into the kitchen, and the big man just gets a head on it. And look what it means. 1-1 in front of the home crowd.
How about being called into your first professional soccer match and getting a goal in your first half of play? Big time stuff from Zane Bubb.
Wow. The big man, that's exactly the sort of physicality the Rowdies yearned for on set pieces. And boy, has he responded. We just talked about Forrest Lasso. If he can fill that hole, that gap, then it'll be a whole new season for the Rowdies coming down the stretch.
With that goal, $250 donated to Orlando Health Bayfront Hospital with Zane Bubb's name on it. Oh, good big time stuff we've seen here in the first half.
Not only does he come in, Drew, but he replaces the captain, Aaron Guillen. They're building a statue for this guy outside of the parking lot, and he comes in and gets a goal.
So all knotted up at 1. All of a sudden, life back in here at Al Lang Stadium. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Farah & Farah, Tampa's personal injury lawyers, and online at farahandfarah.com. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, thank you for spending some of your Wednesday night with us. Our entire TV crew bringing Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer to the Tampa Bay area and around the world year after year. If you're watching in Detroit, excited to have you along for the ride as well. So now it's Crisostomo stopping on a dime, tries to get through that wall, but he is cut off by Maxi Rodriguez. So an exciting night. Not only are the Rowdies in Detroit City the only game going on right now in USL Championship, but also broadcasts on Tampa Bay's 44 and on the Golazo Network. Brian, I know that's your favorite soccer channel to watch.
Love it. 24 hours, and I still can't get enough of it.
So now Lewis Hilton sends this one on the line towards Spalding.
Oh, look at the turn.
Rowdies winning the 50-50 balls here. Arteaga, little 1-2 there. And And set back to Crisostomo. He saw something, called for it. Here it comes. Oh, right on the doorstep. Jennings was right there.
You can't teach some of the moves that are happening in those little pockets that are freeing up players, Drew. Yes, that cross from Crisostomo was nice, but the little turn from Nate Worth that immediately split the white shirts apart with that spin in that pocket, and that created space for other players to get the cross in. It's things you can't teach. You have to want it. You have to have that desire. You have to have that belief and that touch to pull it off.
Look at Nyangabere really mixing it up with Williams. These two players really going at it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that 1-0 goal that Detroit got in the first 2 minutes, they could have defended that and hold the Rowdies at bay. But now the Rowdies got on the front foot and got a goal to reward being on the front foot. Now all of the momentum is going towards the Detroit goal.
Jordan Farr now touches ahead to Kleeman. Zane Bubb, a yellow card and a goal. A busy first half for him. And Nate Worth charging forward again for Tampa Bay. Crisostomo, lots of time and space. Spalding left side, shoots, oh, it's off the post. Crisostomo runs it down in the corner. Everybody in this stadium could not believe how that ball did not go between the pipes.
Here's this break by Detroit. Excellent.
Connor Rooks gets it forward. Bubb's got a long way to go. Jordan Farr, right place, right time, redirecting. Furious action on both sides.
Well, the reason Ryan Spalding was called back is because his ability to score from the wing, not only to set up goals. Perfect technique, just hits just on the inside. Somehow it stays out, Drew. Somehow it defies all the physics and comes back out. But that's the reason he's brought in, the aggression, taking players 1v1, wanting to score from the wing, not only be a provider.
Well, busy halftime we've got. Don't go far if you plan on going to the refrigerator. We go back to school with a Rowdies clinic. You definitely want to stay tuned for that. Also go around the USL, news and notes around USL Championship soccer, and also highlights and stats. It's all coming up at the half. Nate Worth again. Rowdies' chances multiplying here to end half number one. And again, Tampa Bay, right now they are making a living on the Detroit side.
And now Detroit, they've been chasing for most of this first half. Again, 61% possession, and we're in the 42nd minute. That's a lot of running side to side, trailing.
Also another yellow going to be dealt here. This is Amu Mensah, who can't believe it.
Well, it was not for the tackle, it was certainly for the words that were said to the referee.
That's the third yellow card dealt to Detroit City.
But when you're tired and you have a tricky player like Nate Worth, and Mensah comes in, it's certainly a foul.
Spikes a little high.
Absolutely. And Nate Worth, again, that little flick over the defender. And now the defender has to react to stop his momentum. Creates a free kick outside. And this young man wants the ball. He just takes it away from Arteaga to demand the ball.
The adjustments Tampa Bay has made in the lineup tonight thus far have worked. On the scoreboard, the Rowdies are level with Detroit City, but the momentum still on the home team side. So here is the 17-year-old.
Everything is wrong about the right footer and this angle. But can Nate Worth overcome that?
This one sent on, and it's off the wall. Rowdies will have possession here. And you see, another yellow's going to be dealt out here. Oh, wow.
I think that's the captain, Steve Carroll, who had to change his shirt. Got some blood on his arm, on his shirt, had to change shirts. And I think he just took the ball was going out of bounds. There was no play on the ball, and Carroll just sort of laid in to where there it is. He steps in front of Carroll and just, I don't think it was a yellow card, Drew. A foul may be, but a yellow card I don't agree with.
Wow. So Carroll booked as well. Stephen Carroll, he is booked here in the 45th minute. Nate Worth has been living on set pieces here in the first half.
And he has been delivering.
One more time. Tampa Bay set up nicely here. Here comes the service. Redirected. Oh, front-footed. Far post was wide open. And again, Zane Bubb nearly had the brace.
Well, Kyle Jennings again crushing that first post. The delivery right on point. And look at him redirected the last post.
Oh.
And there was Zane Bubb, the big man almost getting a second. Hands, legs all over him.
Tampa Bay has established a frantic attack and environment, and I really like it.
And the Nate Worths of the world, the Zane Bubbs of the world, the Ryan Spaldings of the world have stepped in and given Coach Robbie Nielsen a fresh look and a fresh vibe in our Lang Stadium.
Saw the 5-minute extra time.
Did I say Eddie Monjuma as well? He's been fantastic.
He has been awesome. Love the pace. And I think what we're seeing is players doing what they feel most comfortable doing. They're not being asked to do anything that they're not capable of doing or something they don't do best.
Yeah, and they have that confidence to try to do it, to try and get it done. And so far in the first 45 minutes, the players who've gotten their chance have responded.
Here's Munchoma, exactly what you talked about, right through the official to the feet of Nyongaberi. Pacific Nyongaberi. He'll service one in again. Oh, you saw the Rowdies player impeded clearly that time, held up. Munchoma wanted a call, and I'd love to see this one again because it looked like he was clearly being held in the box.
Well, if you're not taking players on, you have to have dangerous balls being played into the middle, right into the area of uncertainty. And Monjoma and Sheldon going at it. Looks like a bang-bang play there. But at this point, Detroit are not slowing the game down. They should be trying to hold some sort of possession. They're trying to be direct and giving the ball right back into this Rowdies team.
Nyongaberi takes a shot that time. Williams delivered it. Now who get it back? Physical first half.
Now I think Nyongaberi needs to slow things down just a touch. We love the direct play. But that was one to play into Nate Worth's path or to recycle the ball and go to the next side. But he's just been a breath of fresh air for this Rowdies team this season. The man from Burundi.
Do you think perhaps he would be better off utilized more in a defensive role, breaking up runs, kind of flying through and just, you know, putting out fires, or do you like him in the spot?
No, I think he's definitely much a creative, aggressive player going forwards. I like him while the Rowdies are on the front foot.
So that's a very blatant no.
What I was trying to say was...
True. Quit trying to strategize. All good. I'll stay in my lane.
Now here's another problem. Abu Mensah and Stephen Carroll have a point to prove here. And the Rowdies are going to have to defend the set piece. The last time they were in this vicinity was in the opening 2 minutes through. And they got a goal from a right-sided corner off of a left footer.
So it come off the foot of Levi's. Here's Jordan Farr, skying to take this one in. Now tries to deliver it on the rope to Jennings.
Jordan Farr doing what he should, taking the pressure off of his defenders, owning his box. then creating the counter.
Room to work here. Nyongaberi crosses it back.
Love the effort by Nyongaberi, taking players on, going to his left like we talked about. But good defending by Detroit.
And now spread out this time. Here's Williams, the 29-year-old, 2 goals on the season for Reese Williams. And Bubb again, got to be careful. Remember, he's sitting on a yellow.
What does he know? He's so young. He gets his opportunity in Alang Stadium. He's playing with the handbrakes down, Drew. Just going at it. Yellow card. You show me the ball. Not a problem.
And yes, it is true. Ryan Davis, one of the voices of UCF soccer. So, Ryan, you've watched this young man play in past years.
Spoke to his dad. His dad very much has that same mentality from England. And such a joy to watch in defense. Head injury, Drew.
Oh, player goes down in the Rowdies box. And immediately, official Ricardo Montero Araya stops play. Did not like what he saw.
Good to see the player at least up on his knees.
Certainly protocol for games in the run of play. Officials step in, stop action. Player safety always at a premium here in USL Championship. And right there you saw how he kind of went down. It got our officials' attention.
Yep. Good call by referee Araya. That's Roots. In swinging delivery. Here comes Roots coming in on the far side with Spalding. And just collides with Manjuma.
Connor Roots' 3rd year with Detroit City. Big part of their move into USL Championship. Coach Nielsen does not approve. But we'll continue action here. Score still tied at 1.
I wonder what kind of notes he has in that book. Oh.
So here comes Cal Jennings just before the half, trying to squeeze one inside that far post.
Well, it's that direct play through the middle again. Arteaga and Jennings linking up. The little flick by the Venezuelan was absolute beauty. In stride, and Saldana making himself large.
So Nate Worth, how about one more corner kick to take into the locker room? Rowdies chock full of set pieces in this first half, and that will be the final one. So lots of positives in a much more inspired Rowdies team as Robbie Nielsen leads them into the locker room. Level at 1. And we have got ourselves quite a contest here tonight. Tampa Bay and Detroit City. Hope you're enjoying it on the Galazzo Network, as well as Tampa Bay's 44 halftime festivities coming up next.
My name is Riley and I'll be taking care of you today.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP. See your local Chevy dealer.
Get ready, get set, get checked. Convenient locations to pick up your check. Plus, we'll beat anyone's offer on your vehicle or we'll give you $500. So get ready, get set, and get checked. Online at morganbuyscars.com.
Welcome back, everybody. It is time for the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. So excited to have you with us tonight from Al Lang Stadium. I'm Drew Felios. Rowdies in Detroit City tied at 1. Well, the Tampa Bay Rowdies always active in the local community as far as helping youngsters go back to school. And what better way to help them out than with a Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer clinic.
Sport, ready to inspire the next generation. We are the USL Super League. We're part of a movement, and this is our moment.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Deciding to go right up through the middle. A shot. Wow! Long range shot from Nordy. Stopped, and that one trickles in.
Mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
Let's get a look at our USL Team of the Week. Congratulations to Harry Swartz, our Player of the Week, doing it up top. Just outstanding. Also, Denny Cruz, our Coach of the Week for Lou City. And in goal, keep an eye on Hugo Faru. Remember, he came in here for Loudon the other night and shut out the Rowdies. Kudos to him. That is your USL Championship Team of the Week for Week 24. News and notes, Lou City owning it tonight as their hometown hip-hop star Jack Harlow becomes one of the minority owners. Congratulations to him. Lou City also making moves. They bring in Philip Goodrum from FC Tulsa. He had a big role in that match against the Charleston Battery. And New Mexico United, right now with 14 wins, the best they've ever had in a single season. Right now they are rolling after taking down Monterey Bay FC. Look at the table right now. Lou City leads it. 53 points does the trick. Charleston right on their heels. The Rowdies trying to stay in it. Tampa Bay definitely wants to be, especially in that top 4. But remember, top 8 make the postseason. Rowdies need this win tonight, and they will look to Saturday night as well. They'll have another home game right here in the friendly confines of Al Lang Stadium. Here's a look at the games coming up this weekend. Detroit City, FC Tulsa, Charleston, Orange County. You got Hartford, Louisville, Loudon, Rhode Island. You've got Birmingham and Pittsburgh as well. Tampa Bay will host Miami FC. We can't wait for that one. The Rowdies and Miami, they have been arch rivals since Miami came into this league. Well, here it is, one apiece. Detroit City got the first goal just minutes in. Tampa Bay matched it. And And we'll be back right after this. Ryan Davis rejoins us inside the booth to get us ready for half number 2.
For somebody that hasn't been through this kind of situation before, it's kind of scary. You're hurt, your car's destroyed. How's this going to impact my job, my income, my future? And Farrah made sure that I understood what was going to happen step by step, and they took care of me.
It was my first car accident. Being so young, I was clueless and I didn't know who to reach out to and what to do. The people at Farrah, they were able to navigate me through every step of the way. They showed that they cared and I felt respected.
What happens when a company puts health solutions at the center of everything it does? At Florida Blue, Tai Chi happens. Nurse visits happen. This happens. A nutrition class happens. Answers to your health insurance questions happen. And a healthier you happens. So come by your local Florida Blue Center and experience health solutions at the center.
My name is Riley and I'll be taking care of you today.
Back, everyone, with the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show. Hope you're enjoying it. Visit Tampa Bay, where treasure awaits. Come on back inside the booth. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. 1-1. We're level here at the half. For the Rowdies, 3 games without a victory. When that happens, you got to make changes. How have those changes worked out, Ryan, after the first 45 and change?
I think a little bit of attitude came into the team. We saw Aaron Gian get an injury. Zane Bubb got his opportunity. Eddie Manjuma came in for the out-of-form Jordan Doherty. Nate Worth came in for Josh Perez. And those little tweaks, of course, Ryan Spalding on the left-hand side. But all that attitude came in at one time in the first 45 minutes. And the Rowdies reacted. They played quicker. They created chances. They looked sharp.
Started out, though, on the wrong foot for Tampa Bay. A corner kick goes to right half. We did feel just a few raindrops coming down at the stadium. Nothing major, but something we'll certainly keep an eye on. There was some rain in the forecast here tonight. So far, so good. It has stayed, for the most part, dry. We hope it stays that way.
I think it's perfect for the players, just to cool things down a little bit. But I want to go back to that Detroit City start. You said 3 yellow cards in this first half. They came in 4 yellow cards. Thank you. They came in with I think it was the second fewest yellow cards. Just the third best, 47 yellow cards of the season coming into this game. That was third best in the USL. But I think just being on the back foot for such a long period of time, Drew, gets players fatigued. You're constantly chasing, you're constantly reacting, and that sometimes gets you second best. And then yellow cards may occur.
Ryan Spalding having a blast back here at Al Lang. He was frustrated up in New England with the Revolution, Ryan. There are sometimes where you're just not feeling it with your club. You're not feeling it with the coach. Tampa Bay alert of that, and a great job by Mr. Ryan Helfrich, general manager, and also Nico Castillo, realizing, hey, we got to get this guy.
Yeah, when you have the opportunity to bring this sort of talent into your organization, you pull the trigger and then ask questions later. Blake Bodley, of course, out for this match. But Bodley had some injuries coming into this stretch, so it's going to relieve Blake Bodley. It also gives Ryan Spalding a chance to come on the inside and play where Cristosimo plays and provide much value or much needed competition in those spots.
Second half underway. There's one Rowdy who's maybe been a little bit quiet tonight. It's Manuel Arteaga, 12-goal scorer for the home side. Detroit City attacking right out of the chute. Oh, Rowdies have to get a diving save there by Kleeman, or else that one could have been trouble. So Levi's, his work is done, and Alex Villanueva is in the game now for Detroit City.
Well, Villanueva came in to the second half against Birmingham in the last match and had a shot where the keeper had to save. He's an attacking left back, and he's not afraid to get forward and deliver crosses and have shots on goal.
So some good tempo here by the visitors. Shot taken immediately, trying to be a little bit more aggressive, make the Rowdies think here just a bit. And then Sheldon, his night is done as well.
Well, certainly something had to have changed for the Detroit City team to get out of Alang alive after it was one-way traffic on their goal for the entire first half. And you have to give credit to Daniel Dicio to shake things up with the lineup and get some fresh ideas for Detroit City on the field.
Yeah, certainly going to go a long way. Detroit City trying to get their 10th victory under the lights here in the Sunshine State. Little shove in the back of Arteaga. Kamu Mensah very active here tonight. Second game in a 3-game homestand for Tampa Bay. So this one's so important after losing here on Saturday night. Send it forward, Jennings. Let him chase.
Again, it was another forward pass by Nate Worth to the corner flag, making Detroit's centre backs come out of the 18-yard box, have them adjust. Carl Jennings, of course, his back was to the goal, but he still wins a throw-in. It just shows the attitude that this Rowdies team has. They want to be direct, they want to go forward, especially through this man, Lewis Hilton.
Hilton sent it off the spikes of Worth. Now look at Cristasimo asking for it right in the middle of the park. Munjoma the same. Will finally switch that point of attack. So here is Munjoma. Spalding. Fun to watch him work on this near side for the rest of the game. Puts it in a pretty good spot. Nyangabiri got beat there. Villanueva, who just checked in.
Great defending by Villanueva. Staying goal side of his man, Nyangabiri. Also, I have to say, Drew, because of all the yellow cards that accumulated for Detroit, some changes had to be made, or else they would have run the risk of going down to 10 players or even 9. And that really put a lot of pressure on the coaches at halftime.
Here comes Kamu Mensah, such a presence. Ball's put top the box, straight on shot, and it's deflected. That was Kleeman. Freddie Kleeman, very aggressive. He's played well here tonight.
There is a window here for Detroit. The Rowdies, their heads still seem to be in the locker room. The energy that they gave out in that first 45 minutes, they don't seem to be matching it at the moment.
Here's Munjoma, trying to get numbers forward for the Rowdies.
Oh, what a move.
Stutter step now. Nate Worth waiting for it. He'll switch it right. Arteaga will chase it down in the corner. And sent out emphatically. Rowdies should have a throw in there.
Tell you what, Abu Mensah was sending a message without clearance. Hit that thing as hard as he could.
So this is going to be, looks like Nyangabiri over there. Rowdies made one substitution tonight thus far. Zane Bubb came in the game for Aaron Guillen and scored his first professional goal. So that's the big highlight tonight for Tampa Bay. Rowdies have a lot of other firepower, though. Damian Rivera, the talented youngster, could also be called upon. Leo Fernandez as well. And don't forget about Endry Mustali, another 17-year-old who came on for the first time as a professional on Saturday. Milton trying to shuffle it forward. Munjoma, space to work with, he'll take advantage. Switches it right, he'll be swarmed right there and cut off.
Well, it's never easy to be a lone striker, but Ben Morris did a great job holding off Clement to try and get some players forward and to have Detroit advance.
USL Championship is on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. This game's been fun to be a part of thus far. Tampa Bay and Detroit. Drew Felios with Ryan Davis tonight on the Golazo Network. Also locally in the Tampa Bay area on Tampa Bay's 44, a local TV partner. Sent forward, look out. Here comes Espleta, cuts it back, shoots it, and it is just off, did not miss by much.
Well, we talked about the Rowdies just not really coming out of the dressing room the way they did in the first half. And what a little opportunity for Espleta. Ball played, turned Munjoma upside down and around, but he lost his own balance, so he couldn't direct the ball. And I believe there was a deflection as well. Excellent turn by the forward, Daniel Espleta.
Remember, Detroit's lone goal came off a corner. And they'll try another one here. Alex Villanueva, another young, talented performer. Headed just off frame.
I'm just not sure about that, Drew. You score off of a corner off your left footer on the right-hand side. You have another opportunity, and then the left-footed Villanueva decides to play it short.
Cal Jennings, the guy who can change it all.
Great job by Detroit, just corralling Jennings. Ryan Spaulding was open for a minute.
Spaulding now staring down two defenders, make it three. He'll send it back. Zane Bubb delivered on point. Youngberry on that far side, shakes free, gets in, avoids that in line. Oh, got it where he wanted it. Goalkeeper right there, though, Saldana. And the Rowdies with Jennings. Again, Cal Jennings. Man, they're doing everything they can to not let 26 get loose.
He's not happy in Youngberry. He did everything right. Took on Villanueva, got to the byline, put it on a platter for Cal Jennings. He tried to just redirect it with the heel and hits his own foot. It would have been a wide open goal to make it 2-1.
I think you were right. Youngberry not happy that time.
I think if you're in Youngberry, you demand Cal Jennings buys you all the pancakes you can tomorrow morning for breakfast. At least that's what I would do.
Yes. French toast maybe, or just pancakes?
Absolutely French toast. A little bacon. Oh. All right, now I'm hungry.
Spaulding, little jersey tug. Reese Williams. Been a physical game. Rowdies knew when Detroit City came into this league that they were going to have some future epic clashes against this franchise. Detroit City getting all the respect, and they have certainly lived up to the hype in their short-lived USL Championship run. Here's Nick Worth, though, on top of it. Worth squares it up, tried to center it to Arteaga. Youngberry trying to set one up, nobody home. Too far.
Well, he can't be too angry now in Youngberry. He just took his defender on, wide open cross, and spooned it over the crossbar. Yep, there's that grin of shame. But he's always going to take players on, Younger Berry, and that's what you want from this Rowdy setup. It's a 3-5-2, and the two wide players have to be aggressive, and that opens things up for players in the middle. They don't want players to come back with the ball on a regular basis. They want players to take wide players on 1v1 consistently.
Cal Jennings. And now Arteaga. Arteaga, line drive, looking for Jennings. Spalding will get it back for the Rowdies. Ryan Spalding. Inside the box, now slips out. Chrysostomo. Unjoma wants to take his time. Arteaga gets ahead on it. And that one will slide out. Well, tune on Sirius XM FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. USL All Access is there every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Plus live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. So both clubs have had chances in the early part of half number 2.
Have to say Detroit have come out with a different attitude, and those new subs that they brought in have gotten them on the front foot, and it's up to the Rowdies now to react.
James Murphy circling around. Michael Bryant handling it. Good distribution here, Reese Williams.
I think this is important for Detroit. Have some possession, make the Rowdies go from side to side, loosen things up.
Little flick, tried over the top, Pierce. And finally some daylight. Top of the box. Little extra touch. Jordan Farr comes up, goes open, and stuck in. Ben Morris gives Detroit City their second lead of the game. Ball ricocheted around. Rowdies could not clear, and number 9 was there to tuck it away.
Well, Ben Morris did everything right, but Jordan Farr having a bit of a nightmare this week. Didn't handle the cross against Loudoun United to go 1-0. Then Espeleta just being unselfish, keep moving the ball, but it ricocheted. Jordan Farr doesn't do much with anything there. He just sort of gets his foot to it, kicks it straight to the Detroit player. It wasn't really a tackle, it wasn't a clearance, and leaves Freddie Kleeman for dead. And Detroit, give them credit, Drew. In the opening 13 minutes of this second half, they're the ones dictating the pace, and they've responded, and they've been rewarded for a 2-1 lead.
So the Rowdies will once again have to come from behind. And momentum back with the visitors. So here is Worth. Rowdies trying to strike back quickly. Chrysostomo. Abdoulaye Diop has also checked into this contest. Zane Bubb. Hilton. Arteaga racing to it. Defender in front can't get there.
Didn't like the lack of explosion by Arteaga as that ball was played into his path. It seemed like he had the handbrakes up. That's a concerning sight with 30 minutes to go in this match. Maxi Rodriguez, this distribution at its finest.
Jordan Farr and the Rowdies will now have to build. Spalding. Crisostomo back to that number 7. Look at Jennings, keep an eye on him. Middle of your screen, they target him, crashing through.
Again, it was Cal Jennings going towards that near post, but Ryan Spalding, he has that ability, Drew, just to bend the ball around that first defender to get the cross in. Great reaction, of course, in the middle by Detroit.
Now it's Nate Worth again. Worth, this one headed up, and it was Zane Bubb once again trying to be a factor on those set pieces.
Well, he can pick out just about anybody, Nate Worth, and his new favorite target, Zane Bubb, just couldn't get over this one. But it showed Zane Bubb's ability to get open and get on the end of those headers.
Relax boldly in Tampa Bay by claiming your next adventure at visitampabay.com. That's visitampabay.com. Right now we are doing anything but relaxing here in the booth.
I was about to ask.
As the home side trailing once again. Spalding will collect. Ryan Spalding getting a little extra attention here. Lonjoma, Hilton.
Heavy touch by Cal Jennings. He seems to be out of form. So too Arteaga. The Rowdies have depended so much on these two forwards throughout the first 2/3 of the season. And now they both seem to be sputtering. And the goals have dried up so far up front.
Little flick by Spalding. Crisostomo now will attack Worth. Lots of space to work with. He'll send it right. Nyanga the shot. Just wide.
Nyanga Berry is going to dream about that one tonight, Drew. He's going to stare up the ceiling fan and ask for it to come back again. Look at the ball. Crisostomo comes across. Nate Worth helps it on. And Nyanga Berry read the writing on the ball. It said select S-E-L-E-C-T. And he just spliced it wide. Never got around it as a wide player should. And now we have Amu Mensah on the floor. But what a chance for the Rowdies and Nyanga Berry.
Mensah peered, took a shot in the head in that sequence. Rowdies will try and get hydrated here in a very hot and humid night. And you see the youngster getting up, Damian Rivera, set to come on here for the Rowdies. So that when you think of Rivera, you think offense, 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 and that is exactly what Tampa Bay needs. Nate Worth's night is through.
What an effort by the youngster, understanding that his minutes have to be managed. And Josh Perez is going to be coming in. And Rivera had an excellent showing against Loudoun United in a losing effort on Saturday. He may come in for Cal Jennings.
Yeah, this young man did win a game for the Rowdies. You remember that big clutch contest against Lou City. Came in, got the 3rd goal in that match. And he'll come in here for Cal Jennings, so wow.
Yeah, Cal Jennings had a couple of opportunities in the first half to put the ball in the back of the net. Couldn't get it past Saldana, who did a great job. This young man is adventurous, skillful. And if my memory serves me right, comes from the same team as Ryan Spalding, New England. Teammates. So they're going to link up on that left-hand side. Eat your heart out, New England.
Josh Perez also enters the contest. Stephen Cundiff waving that towel. He is sensing the Rowdies' game-tying goal coming up here.
He has that Cal Ripken streak going, huh?
Josh Perez. Just 1 goal on the season. You want to see that offensive production come up just a bit, especially in times like this when, as you mentioned, Ryan, the Rowdies' 2 main weapons sputtering.
Yeah, and you're going to need some support from midfield, especially those box-to-box players, Perez, Crisostomo, They are the ones supporting the attack, getting up into the last third on a regular basis in a central position. So you really want to see them get some goals to relieve some of the strife up top.
Oh, how about this attack? Orchestrated beautifully, and the shot taken from distance. So that was Joe sensing that Jordan Farr was out of position. Tampa Bay's 44, local carry here of Tampa Bay Rowdies soccer. So thrilled to have them with us here in 2024. Great history covering sports in this market. Rowdies attacking again. Josh Perez, the quick service.
Starting to see some tired legs from that game on Saturday, Drew. Arteaga is playing at about 70%. Cristostomo.
Now it's Hilton. Send it into Rivera's zip code. Kleeman. Spalding had a toe on it. Here's Perez off the bench. He'll get whistled there. And the ball will belong to Detroit City.
That's Ryan Williams coming into the game. The defensive midfielder from England. 53 years young. And Josh Perez just had to stop his progress.
Ball sent on once more. This one is headed straight down, and Jordan Farr will watch it go over the goal.
What a delivery.
They haven't had many chances, Ryan, but the ones that they've had, they've made them count, haven't they?
Rice Williams put that ball in an area where Morris just had to direct it on goal, and it would have been 3-1. Spectacular cross.
Yeah, Reese Williams has certainly been a factor since the start. Ojama.
Now, if you're Detroit, you're nursing this 2-1 lead now. The Rowdies don't have the energy they had in the first half. Understand, we're in Florida in the middle of August. It just saps your energy for both sides. So Detroit are going to sit tight and make the Rowdies be inventive. Make them do something different.
Here's Perez. Middle of the park, Arteaga sends it out. Zane Bubb. First professional contest tonight. Perez, he goes down hard. And the Rowdies will have the ball in a really good spot on the free kick.
And Arteaga is stepping behind this one, but I want to see the left-footed Josh Perez have a go. Taking players on Josh Perez, like exactly what you want to see in the last third of the field. This is a very, very good position for the left footer, but it looks like Arteaga, the person who handles the ball at the end, the one who touches the ball with his hands, is usually the one who takes the free kick. Let's see if Josh Perez bends down and takes a touch.
Josh Perez, acquired from Miami, start of last season. Seeing that wall once again formed by Detroit City. Arteaga will put a good foot into it. It curls just wide.
When he got it up and over, just couldn't get the dip in time to get it underneath that crossbar. Great effort by Arteaga. Here it is again. Good technique, not too far off. Now the Rowdies have to create their own fortune. They have to press high now. Try to find a mistake.
Feel that press right now from Tampa Bay. Arteaga gets it back. Bubb with the slide, and it will be Detroit City ball. Grand Central Brewhouse is a two-story brewery, tap room and beer garden. It's located in the heart of the Grand Central District. The brewery features traditional lagers and ales poured directly from European-style serving tanks, resulting in fresher beer. Live music as well at the Grand Central Brewhouse. 2-1 your score. Detroit City leads the Rowdies. So when you think of this league altogether, especially this Eastern Conference specifically, Ryan, once again the question is who is going to beat Louisville? Charleston, another team to deal with. The good news is if you're a Tampa Bay fan, you have beaten both of those clubs this season.
You know, here's the old saying, water always finds its true level. And Rowdies sitting firmly in third is where they're supposed to be at this moment. Charleston Battery are an excellent run club. Louisville is the toast of the town. They are so deep, so well run. The culture is incredible. They have three factors working for them, making them an impressive club, a formidable club. So it comes down to Charleston and the Rowdies, I think, would have any sort of pedigree to beat Louisville in the playoffs.
You said it though, culture, Louisville, the way they've been able to maintain it. They play with such pride, and such passion.
Add to it year after year, right?
Yes, they do. So here's Hilton, Zane Bubb. Lots of space here. Nyongabiri decides to go, having tapped away by Alex Villanueva. Zane Bubb again. And the Rowdies will have a corner kick. See the team personnel over there in the corner placing that ball down for Josh Perez. Crowd is coming alive here at Al Lang, trying to will the Rowdies to another level goal.
Drew, can we get shirts like that on air for the next week?
I hope so.
That would be awesome. Jackets optional, just those shirts.
I'm all in.
Actually, the green jacket over that shirt will be spectacular. I take it back.
Here it comes off the foot of Perez. Right in the crowd. Rivera. Oh, in traffic that time. And now the Rowdies got to get back.
So good defending set pieces. Yes, they gave up one to Zane Bubb, but they haven't given up many this season on Detroit off of corner kicks and free kicks.
How about that by Reese Williams? Pretty good stuff. Fakes two out of their shoes. Now sends one in. Scored again. Ben Morris makes it a 3-1 game. And Detroit City pulling away.
Ryan Spalding and Crisostomo were just taken to the woodshed by Williams on the right-hand side. Two players against one. Got past them and then bent the ball around Kleeman. Look at this. Crisostomo not even putting in an effort. Spalding backing off, picks out his pass. No chance for Kleeman because Williams has the freedom of Alang to cross the ball. And then Ben Morris had to tap in. Detroit deservedly takes a 3-1 lead. And the Rowdies, maybe the schedule getting the better of them, but Crisostomo and Spalding have to do better in that instance. Have to stop the cross. And Williams made it look like child's play.
So Ben Morris exits at the perfect time. Damage done. And now here comes Elvis Amo, the 32-year-old Ghanaian. Still plenty of time for Tampa Bay. But the hill just got a whole lot steeper.
Not sure if it was all the effort that was exerted in the first half, but it's certainly been a huge change in the second. It looked like the Rowdies on Saturday against Loudon, very flat. Nate Worth gave it everything he had, but the youngsters' minutes has to be managed. And the Rowdies lost some inspiration when the youngster came off.
Now it's Nyongaberi.
Beautiful.
Cutting it back. Here comes Rivera. Got a piece of it, but well over the crossbar.
But Nyongaberi trying his best to create chances. Took 2 players on, got the ball in. But Rivera was well marked at the back post.
So dead silence here at Al Lang. Lehman off his head, and Detroit City will throw it in here on the near side. Credit Les Rouges, though. Tonight would be their 10th victory of the year. Right now sitting in 6th in the East and looking to move their way up. And if you are the Rowdies, you drop this game. You got Miami coming in here Saturday. Again, don't want to call the outcome just yet, but certainly the importance of the moment can't be emphasized enough.
And as great as Detroit have played, Trevor James, of course, new coach Diccio, has this team ready. Came into hostile territory, beat Birmingham on Friday, 1-0 in Birmingham. Come into Al Lang, up 3-1 with 13 minutes to go. If you were the Rowdies, though, on the other side, you were penciling this game in Al Lang, the Loudon, Detroit game, and Miami as maybe 2 out of 3 wins with a draw in between. But in the end, the Rowdies right now just treading water and the deep end of the pool.
How about Maxi Rodriguez, too? We've barely called his name tonight. He has not been much of a factor, but he hasn't really needed to be. His teammates picking up the slack. Here's James Murphy.
Brilliant stuff by Murphy, trying to catch Jordan far off his line.
So Leo Fernandez set to check in here to this contest. Also Endry Mostali, who saw his first action on Saturday night. Hilton will come out. Freddie Kleeman will as well.
Well, with Lewis Hilton having to come out, we're going to see Cristostomo maybe drop into that holding midfield area. And Leo Fernandez will play alongside. We will see. Looks like the Rowdies have gone into a 4-2-4 with Leo Fernandez and Cristostomo in the middle.
Leo Fernandez lays into one, top of the box.
Well, you can see what you get immediately with technique from Leo Fernandez. Right foot on frame.
Spalding now sends it out. Crisostomo once again leaving it, and that's going to be called a foul on Arteaga. USL Championship soccer continues on the ESPN networks in September with a Western Conference matchup. A couple teams fighting to cross the playoff line. Phoenix Rising hosting FC Tulsa. That's Friday, September 6th, 11 p.m. Eastern on ESPN 2.
At the end of the first half, Rowdies had 62% possession to Detroit's 38. They outshot Detroit 12 shots to 3. In the second half, Detroit City 55% possession, Rowdies 45, and they've outshot the Rowdies 5-2 in the second. What a turnaround. And they always call the second half the coach's half. So a round of applause to, of course, the sporting director, Trevor James, and the man in charge at the moment, Daniel Diccio, for turning things around for this Detroit team.
Less than 10 minutes in regulation now. And Ricardo Montero Araya will hand out another yellow card here. And James Murphy's going to be the guilty party here. That's the 5th yellow card LaRouge has drawn here tonight. Rowdies were dealt one with Zane Bubb. Also, Manuel Arteaga drew a yellow as well.
So all-out attack, a 4-2-4 formation with Ryan Spaulding at left back and Nyanga Berry at right back. The 2 centre-backs, Zane Bubb and Manjuma. The 2 players in the middle, Leo Fernandez and Crisostomo. Up front, 4 forwards, Rivera, Musali, Arteaga and Josh Perez. And Saldana is going to try to kick this across the bay.
So a yellow card going to be dealt here to Leo Fernandez. Another collision. And when you got a collision and a couple players are airborne, that usually is going to result in a yellow for one party. In this case, it's number 10. Leo Fernandez, of course, the incredible story how he came back from a torn Achilles last season.
Yeah, looks like he just was out of position and sort of lashed out. And Mo had the position on the ball, and Leo Fernandez completely out-muscled.
Leo Fernandez trying to establish a role on this team. Perhaps come off the bench, Ryan, 75th minute or so. Kind of be what Lucky M. Kosana was, maybe. That late lift off the bench, last 15, 20 minutes, maybe. Establish something.
I like what you're saying, experienced player off the bench, but a little bit more versatile, where he can play in the midfield or go out on the wing, or if he needed to play up top, he will. So he's kind of a Swiss Army knife coming off the bench on whatever the team needs up top. And Aaron Guillen, I mean, what a sight to see the captain go down. But Zane Bubb, breath of fresh air coming in. But those 2 players, Nate Worth, Aaron Guillen, fantastic. Carl Jennings and Lewis Hilton.
You also see right there Phil Barino in the blue jersey getting hydrated there, although he hasn't played much tonight or at all this season. But do you think maybe the youngster gets a call here in the coming games?
I think his chance just got a lot closer after this week. I think Jordan Farr against Loudon, and then tonight has been responsible for 2 out of the 3 goals scored so far in the last, let's say, 170 minutes. So yeah, I think Jordan Farr is your number 1, but Phil Breno just got a little closer to that spot.
So very slowly, Elvis Amo gets up off the turf for Detroit City. Hopefully he is okay. As we're now in the 85th minute. So thrilled to bring you all of our sponsors here tonight, helping us get Rowdy Soccer on air all season long. Hooters, the original wing joint, also very instrumental in that. Established in 1983 right here in the Tampa Bay area, the Clearwater store, the original Hooters, but all Hooters across the country and the world. The original wing joint, another proud sponsor of the Rowdies. You look right there at Danny Dicio, his first season as the head coach of Detroit City. And once again, he has got them in prime position, especially if they can get out of here with 3 tonight.
At Las Vegas, a 1-1 draw. At Birmingham, a 1-0 win. In Arlang Stadium, a 3-1 lead with 5 minutes to go. Then they go back home against FC Tulsa with a chance to get 3 more points. They could be right up into 4th in no time flat.
Saw our last substitute. Jessiel Cedeno, the Ecuadorian, comes on. And I mentioned the potential of Phil Barino. Not that you want him to be the permanent replacement of Jordan Farr unless he did just flat out win the job. But maybe just to shake things up and continue to create competition in this roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where guys would just play harder and be like, hey,
yeah,
you know, every spot is up for grabs. I think Neil Collins always had that mentality. There was never a shoe-in from game to game. You had to earn your spot week to week.
In practice. What you did Monday to Friday allowed you to play on Saturday.
Now it's Rivera. Look at this pace. Coming up the wing. They'll send it right in the middle of the box. Josh Perez just cannot square it up.
Love the inventiveness by Rivera. Taking players on and then puts the ball on the ground for the diminutive Perez to use his feet, to use his technique. And spliced it wide. What a good game Manjoma's had.
Yes, he has.
And Zane Bubb. No surprise there, the two centre-backs left on the pitch. And Leo Fernandez, because of his technique and ability, can put this ball just about anywhere. Can Zane Bubb answer the bell again, Drew?
See if they target him here.
What about the 6'4" Mutsali?
Definitely a factor. Comes in on a line drive. Ryan Spalding ends up with it. Tight spaces though, not much room to work with here. It's Rivera with Spalding. Second defender comes over. Spalding's service goes to the far post.
Excellent defending. Facing his own goal, but then had the wherewithal to turn to the sideline and clear it out for a throw.
And right into the breadbasket of Carlos Saldana. Acquired from Sac Republic. He's played well tonight. Weathered the storm. He was being peppered in that first half, and in moments in half number 2 as well.
Yeah, and we talked about goalkeeping jobs up for grabs. He's now started his 3rd consecutive game over the #1 Steinwash. Yep, Steinwash on the bench for this match, like he did for the last 2 before this.
Here's Perez shaking off one. Right side, Nyongaberi. Right across the goal. Again, you just, they're looking for the chemistry, just don't see it.
Yeah, and the energy and the ability to attack that ball is just not there. Nyongaberi again asking, where are the bodies? Where are the green and yellow shirts? Crashing that area.
So we are expecting a lot of extra time. Leo Fernandez comes out of that center circle. Tampa Bay working quickly. Rowdies attacking. Nicely done here. Fernandez tees it up just high. Oh, wouldn't it be something if Leo could get on the scoring sheet here late in this game?
Yeah, he has that ability to pick out corners, top corner, bottom corner. This one was from a ways out, but he had enough time.
9 minutes of extra time, 9 minutes.
There's our good guy, our good friend Vinny, the Red Hat, collecting.
Vinny is on top of it. There's nothing that gets by him.
No. There's that shot from Fernandez again. Once he opened up those hips and got a good look at the goal, it was always going to be a decent chance.
Perez trying to prove his value here as a reserve. Left-footed now. Crisostomo will gather. Rivera, quick strike on the ground.
Well, Detroit just sitting in that low block now. White shirts in front of Saldana. They're going to have to come up with something special to get that ball in the back of the net at the moment.
This is going to be a game where the Rowdies are going to definitely scratch their heads. They have handled possession most of the night on their home pitch. They've had outstanding chances as well. There's another. And how about that one from the youngster, Andrew Mustali? Best opportunity he has had in his first 2 games of action.
Well, you're going to use that height at any opportunity you get. And it was Josh Perez picking out the big forward, just trying to flick it on.
So grew up in the Palm Harbor area, part of Tampa Bay United. Young man is a superstar. The Rowdies trying to get him ready for what lies ahead. He's got quite a future.
Yeah, well, we saw what Nate Worth can offer you with that young exuberance and creativity. This time Mustali's going to bring that size and energy.
Rivera slides it through. Arteaga scored!
El Chamo Arteaga gives the Rowdies some life. The Venezuelan says, not so fast, my friend.
It is great to see the effort level from the home side over the past 5 minutes. Shots have been coming from everywhere.
It's Rivera's ability to run at players. The true white shirts then laid it off right into the path of Arteaga. Left-footed top corner. El Chamo on the board.
13th goal of the season for Manuel Arteaga. And the Rowdies now just a goal down. So all of a sudden, you've got some time here, Ryan, to work with.
Yeah, those 9 minutes become very handy right now. 6 of those left. Now the Rowdies have momentum, and they have the formation, the 4-2-4 formation, while Detroit have gone into a shell.
Rivera has brought some pace.
And he's done that continuously in the last third of the dying moments of a game.
Spalding, far side now. Leo Fernandez to run it down. Leo will set one up. Spalding will collect.
I don't think lofting the ball into the box is the answer, though. Like what Rivera did. Get the ball on the ground, play the ball with pace, side to side, and then the middle is going to open up.
Le Rouge content, I think, just to play defense, lock it down the rest of the way. See if the Rowdies can find a sweet spot. Here's Leo to Munjama. Crisostomo. Rivera now.
Not much spacing here, Drew.
Flick one up. Ball's headed up and looking for Mustali. Love to see a set piece too in this situation if you're a Tampa Bay fan. And you know this is a moment where Detroit City is going to take their sweet time.
Yeah, it's up to goalkeepers to manage the game. That's the time as well. So Saldana is going to take as long as he could to get this goal kick off. And it's up to the Rowdies though to use that spacing. When they get too bunched, there's not much space to work in to do something creative. And that's why that little sort of chip into the box to Mutsali was the last resort.
Detroit City is a chance, perhaps, upon them. This one going to be airmailed. Jordan Farr will place it down quickly.
Amo wants to hang his head there, but that was on his weaker left foot.
So here we go, Rowdies on the attack. Fernandez to Spalding. LaRouche frantically getting back. Spalding nudged out of bounds. Should have a deflection here. Yes, Rowdies. Corner kick on the way. And they're going to send Leo Fernandez over there, Ryan, to be the outswinger.
Well, they've gotten a goal from Zane Bubb for the equalizer in the first half off of a corner kick. Can they replicate?
Ball goes in on the ground. It's shot. Straight on distance.
Excellent sliding block by Williams, who came in. Ryan Williams.
Youngabiri now. Line drive. A little bit of contact in there. Not much. Player goes down, though. Ricardo Montero Araya going to claim another head injury here.
It's exciting. Back injury. Yep. Just trying to manage this game as long as he could. But Detroit have put on a fantastic performance in Alang. This man getting the opening goal in the first 2 minutes. Amu Mensah are now trying to defend this 3-2 lead.
Rowdies faithful, not happy there. And that delay. Another look here, Amu Mensah. Clearly you see Zane Bubb flying in. Another player going down and staying down here, and now it's Cedeno.
Well, desperate times can sometimes lead to frustrating moments. Rowdies need every second, and Detroit understand what they have. Just trying to buy and get seconds off of the clock. They're going to go down in this corner flag.
Wow, just all of a sudden. And now a long run over here for our official. I believe we're going to have a discussion here with Robbie Nielsen. Will it be with the Tampa Bay coaching staff? Nicky Law is off the bench, and a red card given to Nicky Law. Was it Nicky Law or was it Robbie Nielsen? I think it is Nicky Law.
He's going to have to leave. Yep, not going to be allowed to sit back down in the stands.
Nicky Law wants to get out there and play.
He still can. There's the 9 minutes of injury time that was added. And we played about 4 minutes of those 9 minutes.
So we've had an ejection, we've had a flop, and perhaps a near injury to Amu Mensah. It has certainly been an ugly past 5 minutes, and let's see how this one officially ends. How much time will they allow here, Ryan? It's going to be in the hands of our officials.
Corner kick, and Detroit's going to take it short, Drew, and keep the ball right in that corner. And I think Detroit have put themselves in a great position to get all 3 points tonight.
And you're right, the corner taken short. Rowdies will finally dig it out. Does Tampa Bay have one great run left in them? Given away, and now here's Cedeno, and that's going to do it. Full time, Rowdies made a run at it late, but Detroit able to stall the rally. And once again, Robbie Nielsen's team down in defeat, 2 straight here at home. 3-2, Detroit City over Tampa Bay. We will wrap this one up when we come back. Stay tuned, everyone. Detroit City, your winner.
Very different people, very different medical conditions, who all have one thing in common. They and their families chose Orlando Health for care, where our expert teams gave them one more thing in common: their lives back. Orlando Health. Choose well.
If you have a situation where you need a lawyer, Farah & Farah's team give you the best service that you can have. They set up all your doctor's appointments. They are very honest, very trustworthy. You couldn't be in better hands.
Whiplash, sprains, strains, and tears. There's nothing soft about soft tissue injuries. But somehow, big insurance companies have the nerve to not take them seriously. If you're dealing with a soft tissue injury, call Farah & Farah. Our results are no accident.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach. Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models. Or get $1,000 total cash allowance on this Equinox. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
It's the 10th victory of the season for Detroit City. Les Rouges gets it done 3-2 on the road against the Tampa Bay Rowdies. As the rain starts to come down here in downtown St. Petersburg. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. Hope you enjoyed it on the Golazo Network. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from tonight. A very eventful night it was. The visiting side got on the board really quickly as Amu Mensah redirected in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, making the most of set pieces and the big center back, helping out his team, giving them a 1-0 lead on the road in our land and giving Detroit some confidence. Then the other center back, Zane Bubb, responds, making his debut for the injured Aaron Guillen, and he gets the team back at 1-1.
Zane Bubb in his first professional appearance. Then all the momentum on the Rowdies side. Ryan Spalding injecting new life. That one just off the post. Should have been a goal to pull the Rowdies ahead, but no, just kept out. Second half, Detroit City again started to find their magic once more. Again, what happened there with Jordan Farr?
Jordan Farr in two minds, never cleared it, never blocked it, just literally set up the opposing forward to kick into an empty net.
So it was another goal for Ben Morris, and then, bam, right there.
Williams,
so Detroit City just rolling.
Yeah, Williams taking on two Rowdies players to set up Morris, and then Rivera doing what he does best, creating for other players and himself, and a great finish by El Chamo Arteaga.
Arteaga gave the Rowdies some hope late, but that would be the end of the scoring. And a 3-2 victory in favor of Detroit City. You look at the numbers, look at the possession. The Rowdies dominated it tonight, but Detroit City, again, more quality chances, just like Loudon on Saturday, and they simply executed when it mattered most.
Yeah, when the Rowdies came onto them, got onto the front foot, Detroit City picked their counter-attacks and made the most of it. That's why with 39% possession, they had 12 shots, and they made it count.
Yellow cards as well. Detroit City, they racked them up tonight, 5-3 over the Rowdies. There's the upcoming schedule presented by Mint House. Miami FC comes in here on Saturday night. You look at the road ahead for the Rowdies, does not get any easier. You got that big matchup with Charleston on September 21st, and Pittsburgh as well the week before that. We hope you enjoyed it. The Rowdies have lots of work to do. Detroit City looking really good. Their 10th victory of the season. 3-2, the final score for our entire television crew here in downtown St. Petersburg alongside Ryan Davis. I'm Drew Felios saying good night, everybody, and have a great rest of your week.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.